Hey everybody, Michael here from Pinnacle. So I want to go over basically what a dealerships and sales consultant scaling system looks like in terms of getting more leads, getting more appointments, and to a point, what it should look like if you want to sell more cars. So let's have a quick look and we will check it out. Okay, so first of all, if we look at it, we want to basically, and this is where a lot of people go wrong, is that they set up one lead source. They rely on marketplace or they rely on, just posting congratulations style posts, the up bus, whatever it may be. Okay. What we want to do and what we try and help set up for individuals and also independent dealers is at least 4 lead generation buckets. Basically, what that'll mean is that we're diversifying our lead source, meaning we're not relying on one singular way of getting business. Because if that tanks, like marketplace at the moment is dead for most. Okay, if that tanks, you've got nothing. Okay, so we want to make sure that if one drops off, you've still got another 3 or 4 firing. And the whole idea is that we set these lead generation buckets up, and then to a point, they're ran on autopilot. Okay, so let's have a look at that and what it all looks like. So I break them up into sort of 4 buckets. So if we go over organic content, that there is your social media content. Okay, now if you want to check out, just quickly, if you want to check out how we help individual sales consultants and independent dealers with this stuff, with one easy to use app or dashboard, which is all set up for you, ready to go, which is click and launch with your own AI team built out. Click the link in the comments, okay? And we'll go over that on a demo. But back to it. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we're posting multiple times a day across all platforms, okay? So multiple channels, multiple times a day. Ideally, the channel that you want to predominantly use is the channel that your ideal clients are on. So what I want you to do is this little exercise. I want you to go into your CRM and into your past sales. I want you to see for your last 50 sales, okay, break them down, okay, by age, if you can remember, where they're from, and try and what type of vehicles they bought, and just see if you can try and see a pattern, okay, and then have a look at it and see, okay, well, if I was somebody that was like that, which platform would I be spending the most time on? Okay. And if you're stuck, plug all that data into ChatGPT and ask it for the answer. Okay. Leverage AI. So we want to be posting multiple times a day across multiple channels. The type of content, we don't want to be just like salesy. We don't want to just be throwing out, check out this new F-150 that's just come in. This is the vehicle. Or just even worse, posting a link to a car, which is what a lot of dealerships do wrong. What we want to do is that we want to build up that know, like, and trust factor in the what I like to call the click and mortar business before they even think about coming into the brick and mortar. Okay. Quick fact for you all. Now the average buyer visits 0.9 dealerships before buying a car. The average buyer doesn't even go into a dealership anymore. Okay. But they're visiting more and more dealerships, click and mortar businesses than ever before. So before they may have been traveling to 5 or 6 different dealerships before buying a car in person. Now they're going to 9, 10, 11 digitally before buying. So you need to be better online. What does that mean? It means you need to show personality. You need to show who you are, what you do, and how you do it. You need to pull a little bit back and show a little bit behind the scenes about why you're a sales consultant, what you do outside of work even, what, content-wise, what it takes to get a vehicle ready, in the life of a car sales consultant, a day in the life of a car sales consultant, interview some porters or interview some laborers or detailers, show what happens in the service department to a point. Believe me, I've obviously managed dealerships. I know what that's like. But what it's all to do is to build up that know, like, and trust factor. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to position yourself or the dealership as the go-to source of information in the auto industry in your local area. So you become the authority. Okay. So you're giving value. Okay. You can also do this via entertaining. So, you can do little skits via value, taking on the persona of the sale of the buyer and showing, that you know what frustrations they have sometimes within the auto industry. And once again, if you're stuck for ideas, we have an AI content creation assistant within our stuff, but otherwise you can always go chat GPT and use some prompts and go there as well. Now, some things there, and where people don't get leads in all this content is that they don't actually ask for it. So what we do is we always advise to embed lead capture forms, okay, into your content. So what that might look like is a congratulations style post, okay? Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, on your new vehicle. Tag them in the post, and that way it hits their friends, family, and connections. Tell a little story about how they became a client and how they found you. Nice clear photo or video. Ask for engagement because you're hitting their friends and family. So you should ask, help me congratulate them in the comments on their new vehicle. Okay. And then at the bottom, you then ask for a lead. You ask to call to action. So it's, if you would like to XYZ, click the link in the comments. Now, the reason why we put links in comments, we don't put them in the body, is that the platforms, if they see any sort of external links in the main part of the post, they basically see you as trying to take their traffic or their viewers away from the platform. And that hurts the user experience in their eyes. So they will penalize you for it. However, at the moment, most platforms, if you put it into the comments, it actually sees it as reach and as engagement and will help your reach. So that's why we always advise putting it in the comments. But it can be as simple as, if you'd like to get approved on credit, if you'd like to join my VIP buyers group, if you'd like to find out what your trade's worth, click the link in the comments. And that's where you put lead capture pages, okay, in the comments. Another great way is cross promotion. So doing local business shout outs, getting together a little social media growth hub with 4 or 5 different local businesses that you can basically help promote. You use them on your socials and you give them a shout out and you tag them in some posts and you basically ask them their opinion on certain things. You can do some content wise and that sort of thing. The whole idea is that not only are you trying to push their business, but you're actually leveraging their engagement, their followers, okay? Which is really cool because it organically, without paying, will tap into a whole new market that you haven't been able to access before. And above all else, we need to make sure that we're being social, okay? We're not just putting out stuff to try and sell cars. We're being social. We're engaging with our followers. We're typing comments on other people's posts, okay? Taking a little bit of time for that. It goes a long way, okay? If you put in the groundwork with this, it'll actually pay dividends in the future. And I actually like the analogy of treating your social media platforms as a television show, okay? When you watch television, you don't just watch it for the advertisements. The advertisements are sprinkled in there, okay? If you were to watch an hour of television, you're probably going to have 4 ad breaks. So what does that mean, okay? If you were to do 4 posts and then an ad, okay, that's a great sort of way to look at it, okay, and break it up. Now, the next thing there, obviously, is if we look at it, and there's going to be a lot here, guys, so I'm going to go right into it. This is a value-packed video. It's basically what we set up for it with our software and our app, and we automate all this stuff. But this is the right way to sell more cars. And the whole idea is that if you only sell an extra 3 or 4 cars from each lead generation bucket, okay, you've still sold an extra 12 to 15 cars a month on average over what you're doing, okay? So then we go into the paid ads. And this here is the scariest one of all because that actually requires you to put your money where your mouth is. It requires you to take a risk. But it also means that there's no other way of amplifying your sales than paid ads. There is no other way, because what it means is that you are paying to put the right people in front of your message, and then it comes down to one, getting the right people in front, and then dialing in what those ads and what after submission looks like. So what we want to do is that we want to make sure that we've got correctly structured campaigns, okay? We want to now, within our ad copy and also in our creative, we want to call out our ideal audience, okay? So what does that mean? It means, hey, if I live in Port Macquarie, okay? Port Macquarie is my hometown. So I would be calling out, hey, Port Macquarie locals, are you looking at buying a new vehicle in the next 2 months? So what that means is that straight away through the targeting, through the AI in, say, Meta and Google and all these platforms, is that it will automatically say, oh, this ad is for Port Macquarie locals. I'm going to make sure that that ad is only going to them. Okay, the platforms are super smart. Okay, the other thing that we want to also do is leverage pixel data. Okay, so if you are, and this is particular for a dealership, if you don't have what they call a Facebook pixel installed onto your website, please get that done. Reach out to me and the team. We'll help you. We'll advise you on how to get that done. But what that means is that it's your spy. It's your secret agent. And what that means is that it will see every single visitor that goes onto your website, what they're doing. Okay. And then what we can do is we can say, okay, we want to run this ad in particular, but we want to only run it to people who have been on our website. Or we want to run it to only people who have looked at new trucks on our website. Okay? So we can set up truck ads to only hit those people. So it's really great data to have, and it's a must for any dealership. If you do not have that set up, it's a very basic thing. Please reach out and we'll help you with that. Okay. And then, as I said, retargeting. Okay. So another thing that you can do is you can take past lead lists, past customer lists, and you can upload that into Meta in particular. And you can say, I want to run ads to these people. That's what we call a custom audience. Or I want to run ads to people that look like them online. That's what we call a lookalike audience. Okay. And then obviously your ad creative would reflect who you're running the ad to. Okay. Now there's recently been a massive update, and this is, me in the marketing world, and I'm a sales consultant. I'm a dealership manager turned software and AI provider, and obviously we do lead generation as well. So we get a lot of meetings with Meta and Google and all these platforms. And there's one massive update that's just come out here at the end of, pushing through at the end of 2025. God, 2025. And it's called Andromeda. Okay. And what that means is that the correct way of structuring your campaigns for lead generation is one campaign, one ad set, and then multiple ads. So previously, I want to just give this example. Previously, you could set up a lead generation campaign, and then the ad sets could be, okay, this target audience is for men between the ages of 20 and 40 who are tradesmen and have an interest in 4x4 activities. And then the ads underneath that would be all around trucks. Okay. The other ad set could be females between the ages of 20 and 40 with an interest in, you could actually choose shopping, but you could have interest in family activities. Okay. And then you could actually run ads that were SUV based. Okay. That is gone. That is gone now. Okay. The way to do it now is one campaign, one ad set where I would open up the age brackets, okay, and I would just choose a localized audience. And then in my ads and my ad copy, I call out my ideal audience, and then Meta's AI will find the ideal people based on their buying habits and their online persona to put that correct ad in front of them. So now what that means is that it's really, really important to get your ad creatives really right and to structure them the right way to get results. Otherwise, your ad results are just going to blow right out. And that's what we call just their creative-based targeting. But what it also means is ad fatigue, because people are going to see, you need to have a lot of creatives. You need to always be creating. And my best advice is, if you're creating organic content, you can actually turn the really high-performing organic posts into paid. Now, I'm not going to go into that on this call, but that's what we can help you set up. Now, in regards to, I want to show this, an ad that does just that, okay, and the ad setup. This is me, an ad that I just set up in a call. So we run group coaching calls for all sales consultants and independent dealers, where we show them lead generation marketing and AI using Pinnacle, our software, okay? And this is an ad that I went over where they can learn to use it themselves. Now, in Pinnacle, we actually have an ad library where you can click and launch your own ads that we have uploaded in there. We have all these different ads, and it literally takes 3 clicks and you've uploaded them all. It takes all this guesswork out of it. However, if you want to get creative and make your own, we actually created this one here. It was actually we created this in Canva, okay? So basically you can see here that I'm hitting things that people would be searching for. So people would be searching about how to get approved on credit. People would be searching for what their vehicle would be worth as a trade valuation. People would be searching for inventory, okay? So I'm calling people out in also the creative. Now, this is an engaging creative. It's got a really bold headline. It has a call to action on there. I'm calling out, and hitting the right metrics in terms of that side of it, in terms of the what the AI looks at. And this is just an embedded video, basically, of me doing the same type of thing as a script. It's not me. It's obviously, that's actually an AI avatar, which I showed everybody how to use. This here is a basic ad copy, okay? So it would look like this, okay? Buy a new vehicle for a lower repayment. Bang, gets people's eyes. Hey, Port Macquarie locals. Because we sell huge volume, we don't need to make huge amounts per deal, meaning you get the best value when buying a newer car. Because we do such large volume, we are also in need of quality trades. If you are employed, so I'm calling out the ideal audience. If you're employed, have a credit score of 450 and above, and a down payment of $500, you could be driving away in a new vehicle today. And then here we are, proven results, no like and trust factor, breaks down the entry of coming in and why people should actually, and people could be like, oh, hey, look, I know that guy. He actually helped one of my friends. Last month, I helped 22 locals into new vehicles. And then a little testimonial part there. Michael's amazing to deal with. He helped us with a lower monthly payment on a newer vehicle and even had it all done in the same day. Okay, make sure that they're verified. Make sure they're real. Okay, and then value add, you can just have, I offer easy approvals, top trade valuations, have a massive inventory. Click the link and chat with me now or SMS me on whatever. And then the crucial part is here, and I'll go into this in a second, is speed to lead. Have an AI BDC set up. Have an AI BDC agent. That's what we do at Pinnacle. We have that done for you. And that way your AI BDC can literally handle all leads 24 hours a day within 2 minutes. Okay, and that's the metric you need to be looking at. Now, the other thing you want to set up on drip mode, okay, what we call drip mode, is doing a database reactivation, okay, an orphan list, a service lane automation, end of lease automation, past client list. Great one to get is if you've just started at a dealership or if you've been there for a little bit, get a list of everybody who bought off that dealership 3+ years ago off a sales consultant that doesn't work there anymore. Okay? Set up the automation. Okay, we have it all built out in Pinnacle. Set it to drip, where it reaches out to, say, 25 people every single day. Gets in touch with them, all filtered into your AI BDC agent. Okay? Then what we have is what we call traffic. Okay, so your own person, obviously we spoke of dealership, website, personal sales consultants individual sales consultants can have their own website. It's very hard for you to rank. If you're not active with posting blogs and having a live feed from Instagram on there. With the new AI, basically AI search functions out there now, it actually pulls from your socials. So if you have socials linked into your website as a dealership or individual, and if you're consistent with posting organic, your website will rank really well. Have a live chat. Now, that doesn't mean submit a form and wait for somebody to get back to you. That doesn't mean have a form on the Contact Us page and then wait for that lead to come through and get back to them in business hours. That means that if somebody clicks on live chat, They can click a button and they can be on a live chat via SMS, live chat on platform, or even a phone call right there and then, because that is when they want to buy. That is when they want the information. And that is why we have AI agents to handle that 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I'm yet to have one of our AI agents have a day off. And the other one there as well, which we went over before, is have a tracking pixel as to what people are doing on your site. So in that way you can optimize it best. Okay. Now, all of this here, if you set up all of this here, okay, and then you're doing your targeted blasts, okay, all of this here will go into your AI BDC agent. Okay. Now I want to go over a couple of things here with database reactivations. Okay. And this here is a little framework that you can send out. First of all, when you send out these blasts, it's not to advertise. Do you want $500 off your next vehicle? No, that's an advertisement. You want to start a conversation. Okay. So you want to make the direct message out to them on drip conversation. We also want to do it from like a point of view where they may actually know who you are. So here we are. The reason or trust why you're and the trust factor as to why you're reaching out. And this is a framework that we've got built out already. So let's click and launch. I'm your new account manager at Michael Dooley Motors. I know you bought off us a little while ago. I see you are booked into our service department. Can you see where this is going in terms of the first line of the message? Okay. Hey, insert first name. I'm your new account manager at Michael Dooley Motors. Bang. Okay, cool. I need to know this. Hey, insert first name. I know you bought a vehicle off us a little while ago at Michael Dooley Motors. Okay, cool. I need to see this. Hey, insert first name. I see you are booked into our service department at Michael Dooley Motors. See how this here isn't a spam. Get $500 off. Okay, here's my contact details if you need anything whilst you are here at the service department. Okay, so here is a great way to do a service lane automation. I'm going to give it to you right here. Okay, hey, insert first name. I see you're booked into our service department at Michael Dooley Motors in the next 24 hours. Here are my contact details if you need anything whilst you are here and you cannot get hold of the service advisor. Oh, whilst you are here, assumptive language, I will be doing a free equity health check to let you know where you currently sit in the market. Would you like me to call or SMS you with those details? Okay. What does that mean? It starts a conversation. It's assumptive, but it's also in their eyes something that's high value and low risk, free. It's a free equity health check. Okay. It's low risk for them, but it's high value. They want to know where they sit in the market. What is it? It's a trade valuation. You're starting a conversation all around their trade. Okay. So let's have a quick look at this here as well. And we want to have a look at, I'm going over some lead capture magnets, and I'll go over some other things there in a second. But in terms of driving traffic that converts. Now, the whole thing is that websites are like local visitors' information centers. It's designed for credibility and to give information. Conversion happens when information is exchanged for contact details. That's where a lead capture page or funnel rises to the top. So what do I recommend? Is that if you're an individual sales consultant, ditch websites, just have lead capture funnels. If you're a dealership, have lead capture funnels coming off your website. Okay. The ideal website will have lead capture pages embedded. The lead capture page is designed to steer traffic to a single outcome. Click the link in this video that's below, and you will find out what a lead capture page is and what a funnel is, because you are there. We've designed it for one reason only, to get some information off you, find out if you're an ideal fit to use Pinnacle, our automated AI lead generation system that helps you sell more cars, and then we'll funnel you in to book a Zoom demo with us. That's what it is. Okay, so here are some lead capture page funnels that work, and we see this at work across 1,100 accounts across 9 countries. Okay, what's my trade worth? Get approved on credit, join my VIP buyers group, free car wash for life offers, 5 free service offers, and then local business affiliate bundle. Always get asked what that last one means. Imagine if you got together 5 or 6 local businesses, and you all just put in something that was in regards to their business, but worth $100. Local coffee shop could be, it could be something like 20 free coffees. Car wash down the road could be 4 free car washes. For you, it could be $100 voucher, $100 credit for your next down payment. Whatever it might be, okay? Get these local businesses together. If you can get like the smaller mum and pup businesses around town that have a large local following on socials, they're great, okay? The candle maker business and whatever, they're great. People love it because you can give them something right there and then, okay? And then basically what you do is that you do a draw. Okay, to enter this local giveaway for this month, every person that buys a car off me will get 5 entries, okay? Everybody who likes, shares, and comments on this post and then submits their details will get 1 free entry, whatever it might be, okay? Some really great ways to do it. Now, let's have a quick look at this, okay? So all of this here basically means that we're going to be reaching out to a couple of hundred people every single day on Drip, okay? And we're doing our targeted mass SMS blasts from Pinnacle as well. We're reaching out to, a couple of hundred people directly and basically filtering all of that into an AI BDC agent, okay? We're setting up and forgetting literally all this stuff. Setting up once, forgetting, setting up once, forgetting, setting up once, forgetting, setting up once, forgetting, driving it all into an AI BDC agent. You're mining your database. You're having a couple of hundred conversations every single day. Your AI BDC agent, well, our AI BDC agent, its job is to qualify, nurture, and appoint. The nurturing one is very important because what that means is if somebody's not ready to do business quite yet, you click and drag them to long-term nurture in Pinnacle, and the AI BDC agent will follow up with that prospect sporadically for the next 300 plus days. Because now the fact is that most car buyers are in the market for, I think it's 59 days. So your lead nurture needs to do that. So if I asked you to, hey, somebody says to me, what's the secret to selling more cars? My simple answer is to do more. The more extensive answer to that is obviously everything that we've gone over here and we're going over. But it's impossible to do all of this every single day consistently, and I mean consistently every single day, and also to do all of your lead follow-up if you have 100 leads and do it effectively. This is where we nurture and we leverage AI and systems, okay? And that's why we've built our app the way we have. AI agents or our AI agents can do SMS, live chat, Messenger, Instagram, DM, Google, and now even phone call, meaning that you'll never, ever miss a phone call again. You'll never, ever miss an email, SMS, live chat again. People literally, if they want the information, they want to chat with somebody about buying a vehicle or what their trade's worth or getting approved on credit, they are talking with, in their eyes, somebody within 2 minutes, okay? Then what happens? Okay, the AI agent is either going to book an appointment where they automate sending the booking confirmation, they send it via round robin allocation if it's a dealership, and then the appointment nurturing system. But if an appointment isn't booked yet, the AI agent literally marks it as, hey, this lead isn't qualified, we'll just push into lead nurture, or I need some human interaction here and hands it off to a human. And if it's still, they're still not ready to do something, bang, push back around to the AI BDC agent. Does all the heavy lifting for you. At that point in time, okay, this data is really good. There's no point clogging up your dealership CRM with all of this here. This is where dealership CRMs are broken because we've got Pinnacle, which is a lead management system. Dealership CRMs don't allow any of this to happen consistently and effectively all at once with just a click of a button. But that's when, okay, when it gets to this point, bang, all that data is sent across to your dealership CRM if it's and the way to go. So in that way, it's clean data, and then all custom fields are sent across. Now, some caveats here. Speed to lead, we went over it, okay? 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. As I said, I'm yet to have one of our AI agents have a day off. Website visitors, live chat with AI, or even better, we've even developed our AI voice 24/7. So we've got Elsie, who's our AI voice assistant, we don't have a receptionist anymore in our business. We have over 1,100 clients across 9 countries. We work across all time zones. We have live support within our software, which are human. We also have AI support. We have live chat support. But if you want to ring up and get some information off us, you'll be chatting with Elsie, our AI assistant. Now imagine this for a dealership. I want you to think about how many missed calls you have a day. And then I want you to think about how much ad spend or how much effort does it take to get somebody to ring up or to inquire? And then what is your close ratio? How much money are you throwing away? Imagine never missing a phone call ever again. That's why we built Elsie. Okay. So yeah, lead is submitted, and AI responds and engages with the correct opt-out terminology within 2 minutes. Okay. And the big one here is if you aren't fast, you lose the customer to who is the fastest. How quick can somebody click on an ad, fill out their details or have a quick chat, and then think, oh, look, I'll just keep looking and I'll see what else is around. Go back, find a local competitor, go in, and then all of a sudden, within 2 minutes, they're in somebody else's clicking more to business. You need to take that option away from them. You need to have them engage when they're right there and then. So in that way, they feel satisfied that you can help them and they don't need to look anymore. Okay? Social media DMs are one of the biggest lost revenue sources with new leads. And I see this all the time. Open up one of our dealership clients or individuals and there is literally all these DMs in their socials. They're just not monitored. It's just so silly. Okay? So yeah, a prospect sees content and an ad. They send a DM. And no one on the dealership team is usually as meant to know who's been checking this. So they end up in spam. But yeah, speed to lead is absolutely shocking. Prospect moves on to the next person and literally will buy off whoever's going to take them off the market. So this here, and I didn't even go into, reviews and all this sort of stuff. This here is literally just the basic, and I call this basic, sales consultant scaling system. If you want to sell an extra 10 cars per month, if you're a dealership and you want to sell an extra 15 to 30 cars a month, if you're an independent dealer, this is literally setting it all up for you. Okay? All of this here, and obviously we have an easy to use app where you just click and done, okay, into an AI BDC system and you watch it all happen. But this here is the framework. Take it away and do it yourself. But this is what is required to succeed in the modern dealership and modern car sales now. Thanks very much. As I said, click the link in the comments if you want to see how we do what we do and why we help so many sell more than ever before. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon.